connected to the neutron's connected to the proton's connected to the electron, and that's oh, hello there. Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here. So apparently, while cruising around this internet stuff and things, we were looking up fusion power. And they had these things called the tokamak. It's basically that Torah-shaped donut there where they're trying to keep the plasma. But apparently, they've they've come up with this from Princeton University. Introducing the Knottatron. The magnetic field may be closed by forming a knot. That, that doesn't look familiar at all for any of the things we've been talking about. Imagine my shock. Here's the intro.
Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose. Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
Welcome, everyone, on this series where we're covering the universe and stuff and things and technology and things that may actually help unlock the next level of humanity. This is very important. Why is it important, Professor Wolfram?
It's turtles all the way down.
Precisely. That's why we need to be on top of these things. So, as we can see here, as we pop over, this is a new class of confinement device in the shape of a knot. SR Hudson, E Starcep, and E Fibrous. Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory to pair in physics of plasmas. March 2014, so this was actually a little while ago. This was actually 7 years ago now. Funny how things on different scales seem to help explain a lot. I'm just saying. Abstract. We describe a new class of magnetic confinement device with the magnetic axis in the shape of a knot. We call such devices Knotatrons. Examples are given that have a large volume filled with magnetic surfaces with significant rotation transform and with magnetic field produced entirely by external circular coils. This is beautiful. Charged particles are confined perpendicularly in a strong magnetic field but are lost in the parallel direction. As we can see here, an open cylinder has a good perpendicular confinement of charged particles. The particles are lost through the ends. As we can see, we're very sad. We're losing our fusion energy confinement. To eliminate losses, the magnetic field must close upon itself, as we can see from this torus here. But the thing is, because rotational transform is required to cancel particle drifts, asymmetric configurations need toroidal plasma current, and toroidal plasma current leads to disruptions. An alternative for producing rotation transform is by non-axiomatic shape, they say. In a non-axiomatic stellarator, the confining magnetic fields produced by external coils and stellarators are more stable. Oh, totally no relation. Oh, look, a Mobius strip there. It's under twist. The magnetic axis of a tokamak is a circle. The magnetic axis of a conventional stellarator is a smoothly deformable into a circle. Sounds a little familiar. There is another class of confinement device that is closed, and the magnetic axis is topologically a circle, a closed one-dimensional curve. Has a large volume of good flux surfaces and will be shown in following slides. Has significant rotational transform without plasma current because magnetic axis is non-planar. Has a magnetic axis that is not smoothly deformable into a circle without cutting or passing through itself. The magnetic axis of a tokamak is a circle. The magnetic axis of a conventional stellarator is smoothly deformable into a circle. Oh, so they basically say the same thing. The magnetic field may be closed by forming a knot. That's so beautiful. It gets better. Where is it? Three blah blah blah. Where's the part that's gonna giggle? I see it has to go around. several times there. All right. Set of magnet axes. Oh, that looks a little familiar. It might be in the article. Okay, I got a cat that I need to feed in just a second here. It has, yeah, they get all the different. Okay, we'll just go over to the article. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's where I must have seen it. This is interesting because it kind of goes a little bit in the face of what they said, but this is newer. In the earliest days of the Cold War, physicists on both sides of the Iron Curtain raced to harness energy from nuclear fusion, which could in principle provide nearly limitless electricity. Innovative devices were made such as pinch machines, levitrons, and superstators flourished. And for most of the 1950s, it was unclear which would eventually prove most promising. But in 1968, the Third International Conference on Plasma Physics and Controlled Nuclear Fusion Research, Soviet scientists announced that their tokamak, which combined a thermonuclear plasma within a donut-shaped magnetic field, had achieved temperatures 10 times higher than any other experiment. It's a whole level of magnitude. Although the figure was initially met with shock and skepticism, it was quickly confirmed by British physicists that the tokamak has remained the dominant research avenue for pursuing fusion until today, with machines like this multi-billion-euro International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, ITER, the world's largest confined plasma physics experiment, currently under construction in France. But another invention close cousin to tokamak, called a stellarator, has lately begun to receive renewed attention. Despite their complex stellarators offer ways around many of the instabilities that plague tokamaks. In simple words, the stellarator is just tame, says plasma physicist Thomas Klinger, a co-director of the Wendelstein 7X W7X stellarator experiment in Griswold, Germany. It's difficult to build, but easier to run. It's almost like it's the simplest balanced rotation. Shh, that's coming up. Where is it? Okay. Scientists have put enormous effort into creating supercomputer models that can correctly describe and predict the turbulent flows in tokamaks. Some of the same computer simulations recently suggested steroids might have inherently more stable plasmas. At W7X, which completed its initial run this year, researchers are keen to confirm the hints with experimental evidence. If the theoretical findings turn out, star on Earth, blah 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 blah. Where is it? Where is it? It's a beautiful thing. Okay. In the stars, the simplest but the simple. Okay, here we go. For experiments on Earth, the plasma must be caged inside a magnetic field. Not just any magnetic field arrangement will do. Tokamaks trap the plasma within a toroidal field resembling a donut, but the simple magnetic field has slightly stronger pull on its inner edge, which will cause ionized material to drift around and interact with the walls of the machine, cooling the plasma. So a second magnetic field is generated by inducing an increased electric current in the plasma. The total resulting magnetic field lines wind helically around the donut's perimeter, looking like a diagonal stripes painted from the inner hole to the outer edge, locking the plasma up. See, they're running into the issues with the tokamak, and now you can see. Here's the history. Princeton astrophysicist Lehman Spitzer first came up with the innovation behind stellarators in 1951, bending a torus into a figure-8 knot to trap the plasma within. But plasma particles prefer to flow perfectly symmetric fields like the shape of donut-shaped tomahawks. The asymmetry of Spitzer's stellarator meant the particles tend to drift out of the magnetic cage and carry away heat, making it difficult to sustain the high temperatures needed for fusion. And when the Soviets ended up figuring it out, we didn't quite have all the tech there. Then we got all these fancy equations, and here we are, taming the turbulence. There we go. This 3D geometry. Basically, long story short, they have 5 different bends of symmetry there. Basically, a 5-fold rotation. Just happens to be need what to help articulate the figure-8 knot. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's fun. It's fun, and I got some other things coming. Think you're all going to enjoy some of this little history of science about how the internet helped basically solve a lot of modern field theory. So I see you there, Parrothood, as well as Titan. Hey, peace out, everybody. Be safe. I got a hungry cat, and it's okay.
Now, turtles all the way down.
This has yet to be proven. Come on and get your log. Everyone needs a log. Come on and get your log. Everyone needs a log. Log from Blammo. And it also helps explain a lot in science. See you, everyone.
Have you guys checked out the Memes of Destruction's channel? He's an interesting dude. I like him.
Oh,